In my youth, I had a pretty traditional perspective on what art was, and I was really happy I had instructors that expanded that view and really challenged it. My mother is an Iraqi Jew whose family left Baghdad for reasons that they really didn't have much say in. I've situated a lot of my work around the kind of reanimation of the identity of the Arab Jew as a way to speak back to dominant narratives. And right now, I'm in the middle of a project that extends from a collaboration with my mother, where I teach her Iraqi recipes to different public audiences as a kind of act of resistance. There's an undoing of the only visibility or the only experience of Iraqi culture in the US being that of war or oil. And so then that project evolved into this new work where I'm going on fishing trips with American soldiers and Iraqi emigres, and we're cooking maskouf, the national dish of Iraq. And so people gather as it's cooking. You smell the smoke from far away, it brings people in. An invasive species is essentially rescuing an endangered recipe. I felt like art was the right place for me to engage in what I would call redirective practice. Stepping outside of your own profession and taking on another's profession. So I can be the artist who takes on archaeology in a project about rebuilding the Iraq Museum, or I can be the artist who steps into the realm of architecture and urban planning and builds a kind of mobile protest architecture for the homeless. And I can be the artist who imports Iraqi dates. There, in the space of art, I get to work without the concern of orthodoxy in those other professions. And so it provides a space of possibility to do the impossible. I'm very happy to be part of the artist's experiment, and it makes it all the more thrilling to know that my work will be in dialogue with these artists that I respect tremendously who came before. I like the idea of being able to do something that might be an evolving artwork that might allow MoMA to know something about itself that it didn't know before, and let the public know something about MoMA that it didn't know before. I think the role of education inevitably enhances accessibility when it comes to people understanding art or people being able to engage with art. And in that respect, I think that I'm incredibly thankful, that education departments exist at art museums to actually, make people feel like they can push the door open and enter in.